Y'all want to know who I am and why I'm a dark chosen one? You ready? Let's go. Now, I got some people that be coming up in my comment section talking smack. Talking about, she talking about she a chosen one, and she don't know what I went through, and I've been through this and I've been through that. So I think it's time for me to let y'all know a little bit about who I am. Chosen ones, I work in a prison. I've been working in a prison for almost 30 years. I have dealt with some people who have done some horrible things. But I've also lived amongst people who have done some horrible things too. Chosen ones, y'all have been through many experiences in your life that was traumatic. Okay? And so have I. And I got involved in church heavy. I went into ministry. I was in ministry 5 years. And that is when the first ball really dropped for me. I ended up, after I was in the church, I ended up seeing some of the things that was happening in the church behind the pulpit. Okay, I saw how the pastor was manipulating the women in church financially. And also saw the control. I saw the fear mongering. And that caused me to leave the church. Okay, but the one thing that I didn't leave was my relationship with the Christ. And I know some of y'all on here, y'all ain't Christians, and I get it. Everybody got their own path. However, you don't allow the things that happen in your life externally to determine who you are. You don't allow the things that happen outside of your life to dictate to you who you are or who you choose to be. Okay, so then I left the church. I was out of the church 5 years. When I met a man that said, "Why you in the cave? You in the cave looking out at the light." And I understood what that meant. That was the Spirit's way. That was God's way. That was the universe's way of letting me know that it's my time to move forward. It's my time to come out of hermit mode. That is when my spiritual awakening was getting ready to get started, but it didn't get started yet. My spiritual awakening probably started about 6 months later. I was getting ready, had been dating a man for some years, was in love, believed this man was my twin flame and all of that. And come to find out, this man had a whole wife and a whole country, and y'all, it broke my soul. It broke my soul. Okay, that was my catalyst to change. That is what caused me to start my spiritual awakening journey. I was in the dark night of the soul for 2 years, understanding who I am. 2 years, y'all. Two years. And I had so many experiences during that time. That is when Guided Source Awakening was birthed. Guided Source Awakening was birthed out of my pain. I was chosen. But how that journey, how it started in more details of things that transpired along my path, I endured some intense spiritual warfare. Y'all, I encountered some people that were witches and warlocks, and I'm talking about they were the real deal Holyfield. I saw some things that, y'all, people see in movies. I know there's people that don't believe in no demons and all that stuff like that and all that witchcraft and all that. People ain't gotta believe it. Don't mean that it ain't real if you don't believe it. It just means that you blind. I got married ended up going through a divorce, a horrible divorce, being a single mother, raising kids on my own. Y'all, the struggle was real. I'm 43. I'm telling y'all this because I want y'all to understand I'm not no 21-year-old, 18-year-old, even 25-year-old trying to tell y'all about spiritual awakening and spiritual warfare, and I'm trying to tell y'all all these methods and all this stuff like that and everything. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. You can't manifest being a chosen one. You can't manifest being a dark chosen one. You can't manifest that. People who are really chosen ones, they ain't asked for this life. If y'all anything like me, especially when I didn't understand all of this, y'all was asking God to remove this mantle from y'all too. Y'all didn't want this. Y'all ain't about this life. Y'all don't want this life. And these people really thinking that being a chosen one is something to COVID after, like something to be jealous about. Like, man, why they chosen? I'm not chosen. Man, they couldn't go through half the stuff the dark chosen ones go through. They couldn't make it. What's understood don't have to be explained. So I know what y'all going through out there. Single mothers, single fathers. I deal with the worst of the worst. Going inside of a prison, risking my life every day. Been doing it for almost 30 years. I ain't talking about that life. I'm about that life. That's why it ain't much that scare me. And chosen ones, y'all don't need to be scared about these people out here in these streets. Y'all need to be scared by these facing these phonies out here hating on y'all because y'all chosen. They be trying to fearmonger y'all. You ain't no chosen one. You need to prove that. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, especially to them. Haters gonna hate. Let them hate. I sit back and I look at people sometimes. I listen to what some people say, or what some people, text or chat or what. I'll be looking at it and I'm like, y'all just don't know. Chosen ones, dark chosen ones, they don't know what y'all got down on the inside of y'all, that if y'all want to take it there, they can't handle the fire. They can't handle that fire down on the inside of y'all. They can't handle the fire down on the inside of y'all. They can't handle y'all spirit guys. They can't handle y'all spirit team. They don't know who got your back. That all you got to do is say a word. All you got to do is call judgment. And things will start shifting and moving like that. Y'all, my enemies endured so much karma. Their karma was so bad. I started feeling sorry for these people, y'all. Y'all go back and watch my older videos. I start feeling sorry for these people and what they was going through. Because all I really wanted was for these people to be healed. But instead they wanted to attack. And we stay ready to be ready. So, chosen ones. If there's anything y'all want to know about me, y'all have any questions, there's any videos y'all want me to talk about or whatever, giving y'all some insight, because I teach from experience, y'all. I'm not up here just telling y'all stuff. But we do this, us YouTubers, we do this out of passion. So once again, my name is Tanisha. I'm with Guided Source. If you like this message, please like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. Y'all know what to do, chosen ones. Y'all know what to do, okay? Before I knock if you buck. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. But anyways, till next time.